Yeah. Andreas showed you here at FCC 16 for MMA Mad, now joined by the new amateur middleweight champion, Jenaid Ebanks. You've got that belt on, you've got the trophy there. How does it feel now to be, well, to get the first major amateur championship of your career?
But it's not, it's actually my second.
Okay, well.
So, I know what it means to be a champion, I know what it means to win a title fight, and you know, you have to break me, you have to literally kill me or knock me clean out to beat me. I'm not going anywhere, I'm going, you know what I mean, I'm going up, nowhere but up from here on out.
I mean, you fought Graham Mealand, and it was the most time you spent in the cage in your amateur career. You went into the 5th round there. Very, very tough fight. I heard you just saying there that you thought that you lost the first round, and you know, a lot of people were saying it was quite a close fight. But getting the finish, getting that submission, that guillotine choke in the 5th round, did you feel that the tides were really in your favour at that point anyway?
Yeah, I believed after that first round woke me up, made me realise, right, you're in a fight. We'll see what he's got from here on out. You know, he has to either drop me, catch me with something clean, and he didn't. You know, but hats off to the guy. You know, he's the toughest fighter I fought yet. He pushed me right to the wire. You know, it could have gone all 5 rounds, could have gone to a decision, but I decided no, this isn't going to a decision. I don't want this. I want to win this clean, and I did. Yeah.
And you did get a clean finish. Very nice submission from the guillotine.
There's no doubt who's the better fighter.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that was really intrigued by in the fight was when you were having the ground exchanges, he was really good at sweeping you from that. Yeah. Was that a bit frustrating in the beginning?
No, because I'm aware of his credentials. He comes from MMA Academy. He's a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I've never trained in gi before. You know, I'm a no-gi fighter, and I've only been doing it 3 years. So his credentials on the ground should be better than mine. But I just know, you know, when people are in there against me, I'm an animal. I'm a beast. Everybody's found that out. That's why I'm 7-0. So.
I mean, yeah, you're 7-0 now. You're moving up to that 7th win in your amateur career. You were looking around, and you know, when you look at the amateur ranks right now, obviously it's not really about getting the wins. I know it's fantastic to get a victory, but it's about getting that experience. And now, after your 7th win, your 7th fight, do you feel that you're getting to a point where you need to be and where you want to be right now?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a lot of things, obviously, I still want to work on. You know, there's closing distance and getting my punches and strikes off better than what I have been doing. You know, it's kind of frustrating knowing that my background, I'm a grappler really. You know, I'm a wrestler. So with the jiu-jitsu behind that, and then with the striking going into pro, I'm going to be a force to be reckoned with when I do turn pro, when I'm ready for it. You know, I feel 1, maybe 2 fights more, and then we'll see where we go from here.
I know you felt that your striking was a lot better in this fight as well. Is that something you've mainly been working on? Because obviously those grappling credentials kind of speak for themselves.
Yeah. I mean, the last 8 months since I last fought on Shinobi about 8 months ago, and ever since then, you know, I've just been working on a lot of movement, a lot of head movement, a lot of keep going into range, stepping out of range and stuff like that. You know, popping my jab, trying to get off some uppercuts and stuff like that. You know, just trying to get into range to land some big bombs. And because when I do get into range and I start landing punches, the big heavy punches, but my power is actually in my kicks. Yeah. So when I land those, I'm crippling people. You know, so I know all this. It's just going out there. It's a different thing when you're training, and then you go out there and you do that. You know, it's a completely different ball game because you know if you get hit, that's the last shot you might ever get in the fight. You know what I mean? So you've got to be aware of what you're doing.
Let's talk a little bit about Apex MMA, your gym where you're training at. I see the smile on your face. You've got one of your teammates stood right there, and your coach right there as well. I know it's you know, you spoke wonders of them just off camera there. Yeah. Just kind of describe to you how important it is and how important Apex MMA is to your growth.
It's beyond important. They give me something else to do in my life. You know what I mean? I feel like I've got a purpose. You know what I mean? Jimmy basically built a family. We're all in there doing it every night. You know, we're going to town on each other. Me, Chris Kennedy, Lee Kennedy, and the rest of the guys down there. You know, Ian Entwistle. We're learning as we go. So you know, pretty soon we'll all be going pro and stuff, and we've all come up together. You know what I mean? It's the greatest feeling ever, especially when you get your lights punched out by your mates every week in, week out, day in, day out. You know what I mean? It's a good feeling, man. And you know, I love them a lot, all of them.
Is it like a family to you?
Oh yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. Apex MMA family. Jimmy, Neil, Chris Kennedy, Jay Ryder.
This one's the absentee.
Obviously, it's great to see the absolute camaraderie with the Apex MMA, and that's something so important to your growth and winning that championship as well. You said potentially 2 more fights, amateur, maybe go pro. Would one defense of that be potentially one of those fights?
That's right. Yeah. So whoever it is, I think they said something about a Brenty Ernie, so we'll see what happens.
Jenaid, congratulations on the title, and look forward to seeing you again.